everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Keep Pound _ TV. I'm your host of Grande, Gato, also known as the Big Cat. And today we're here to do a Q&A session, Carolina Panthers style. But first, I got one quick question. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? If you love the Carolina Panthers, give it down. Give it down. Alright. So, man, I went on YouTube and I posted this question. I've been posting a lot on YouTube. Q&A session, what you guys want me to answer as far as Carolina Panthers. Also, I've been asking you guys who you think underrated. Shout out to everybody who's been responding. I want you guys to pay attention to that, and I also want you guys to respond to that as well. Now, June 11th, we're going live on YouTube. I did this on my Facebook channel. We're going to bring it to YouTube now. I'm going to have the ability for you guys to call in, so I'll be able to hear you. Everybody better hear you on live. So if you're not a fan of the Carolina Panthers, you want to call in, I got my email below. Just make sure you guys hit me up. Let me know that you want to call in or whatever. So I'm gonna try to get to everybody. I want to at least do 2 shows a day, and we'll probably do like 3 days a week. 3 days a week. So, and if it gets successful, then we'll continue to grow, continue to go. But June 11th, we'll start it off. All right, and I'll get you guys a time. Now listen, I know you guys been waiting on that helmet, right? Make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys not subscribed, then you're not gonna get a chance to win the helmet. I got a custom Carolina Panthers helmet coming. It'll be here next week. Oh my goodness. I tried to do it myself. I messed it up, but I took it to my man Julian. Shout out to Julian at Massey's Paint. You don't want to miss this. I'm going to take it to training camp, get an autograph. Once we get to 5,000 subscribers, you guys get a chance to get it. And you know what? If we get to 5,000 subscribers before training camp, I'll give away both helmets. All right, so check that out. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. So this first question comes from J-Dub. J-Dub says, do you think the offensive line could be the best that we had in years or of all time? Good question, man. Let me tell you this. I honestly think that this offensive line has the potential of being the best of all time. Now, listen, that's a big statement, okay? Because we had some pieces on the offensive line, but we never had a complete offensive line. And that's what I see here. We have a complete offensive line from top to bottom, plus Greg Little coming in from the draft. The possibilities are imagineless. Now, with that being said, we have to stay healthy, and people have to play up to their potential. Now, if they don't, none of this matters. But let's say in the perfect world, it does. Padaris at center. We know what he can bring. 3 straight years of grading out of 87.1 per season. Taylor Moton. We've seen this in him. My man, he got the beast in him. Darren Williams, you already know. Trey Turner, you already know. Greg Little, you already know. So across the board, we're stacked. Christian McCaffrey was able to ball out with a patched up offensive line. Give Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey a fully healthy offensive line throughout the whole season, and a productive offensive line throughout the whole season. Christian McCaffrey may win MVP. Cam Newton may win MVP. They may be 1 and 2 in MVP race. So to answer your question, could be. Do I think it will? Hey man, anything's possible. But I'm gonna have to say, yeah, man. I think it's gonna be up there if everything stays healthy. If everybody lives up to the production, I say it will. Next question comes from the FBI van. Got the feds watching me. Can we win a Super Bowl with Cam Newton as quarterback? Let me break it down to you, FBI fan. Now, I said it before. We got a 5-year window to win the Super Bowl with Cam Newton. Cam Newton's the only way we're going to win a Super Bowl within that 5-year window. Will Greer is going to be Will Greer, and I think he's going to pan out to be one of the greats later down the road. But with Cam Newton, this Carolina Panthers organization is going as far as Cam Newton takes it. Okay, so we're going to have to win one with Cam Newton. If we don't win one, it's going to be because Cam Newton didn't play as good. If we do win one, it's going to be because Cam Newton was, up there. You know what I mean? I hate to say it. Everything, you know how to say, in God we trust. Well, in Cam Newton we trust with the Carolina Panthers. At the end of the day, the ball's going to be in his hand. Opportunity's going to be in his hand to take it to the promised land. And do I think we can win one? Yes. Hell yeah. Especially with that offensive line. There's no more excuses. Offensive line is built up. Padaris, Turner, Moton, Williams, Greg Little. The wide receiving core stacked. You got Hogan. You got Moore. You got Wright. You know what I mean? Hey, you got Samuels. You got Ian Thomas. You got Greg Olsen there for 1 more year. There's no more excuses unless, if he has a setback with injuries or something like that, or the offensive line has injuries. Of course, you can't predict that. But if everything remains perfect, there's no excuses. And do I believe he can take us there? I think he can, and I think he will. This next question is coming from Scott Thomas. Scott Thomas said, do you think Christian McCaffrey could win MVP? It's another good question. Listen, it's going to be a 2-headed race for the top people on our team who's going to win MVP. if we have like a ballistic year, like when everybody just jumping out the frame, we're go 12-4, or we go 11-5, or if we just have like a beastly year, it's gonna be because of one or two people. Like I just said, it's gonna be Christian McCaffrey or it's gonna be Cam Newton. And because of that, I think it's more likely to be Christian McCaffrey. Look what he did without an offensive line, man. I mean, you can't tell me that's not impressive. You know, everybody wants to talk about Zeke Elliott. Look at the offensive line he had. You know what I mean? Look, you know, come on, man. He got some Pro Bowlers that been Pro Bowlers for years. We didn't have that. You know what I mean? We didn't have that. We had patched up offensive line. He balled out. So I think he's going to be one of the top candidates. I don't know if he'll be number one by the end of the season. I know he'll be in the top 3. It's just too many weapons on our offense. Our offense is going to be at least top 12 offense. I'm predicting Christian McCaffrey, Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore. It's just too much of a headache, man. And I honestly believe Christian McCaffrey's going to get his. He may even set another record this year, okay, when it comes to rushing yards for the Carolina Panthers. But will he be the MVP? I don't know if he will, but I do know he'll finish in the top 3. This next question comes from Commander Grubb. Salute, Commander Grubb. Commander Grubb asked me how many signatures do I have, who our starting wide receivers would be. If you guys don't know what signatures he's referring to all those back there and all those inside that trophy case. I have a total of 29. My favorite has to be, if you look over there, that cleat back there, that blue cleat, that's Luke Kuechly's autographed cleat. I also have Rod Smart. He hate me. Have his. Dante Jackson, DJ Moore, Mario Addis. Just too many. But those are probably my 2 favorite. Rod Smart, Luke Kuechly. I got Jake Delhomme autographed football as well. Oh, Wesley Walls. You know, just too many. It's not the braggers out there. Yeah, you smell me. Our starting wide receiver will be, depends on what formation they come out of. If they're doing a 2 wide receiver set formation, obviously DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel be 2, DJ Moore 1. More likely, I think our dangerous lineup will be with the 3 wide receiver formation. Hogan in the slot, DJ Moore at 1, Samuel at 2. So my thing is this, and I'm not to try to cause riffraff or nothing like that, but when it comes to DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, I think DJ Moore is the more complete receiver. Yeah, he has some issues with drops. I think he cleaned that up. But what he can do is very Smitty-esque. Very Smitty-esque. So, you know, if he just got to get a little polish, okay? You got to understand, he was a rookie last year. And he was doing what he can do. So, I don't think he'll have a better year than Curtis Samuel. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say that, but I think he's going to see a lot of different double teams. A lot of different kind of looks because of his abilities. And I think it's going to open up room for Samuel and Hogan. And I think they're all beasts. But not to say that DJ Moore won't get off, but I don't think he'll be as productive as those 2 guys. Next question. Jordan Goodrich asks, who's your favorite current player? Why y'all gonna do that? Why you gonna do that to me, man? Okay, so I got a bunch of them, man. I'm a little biased, but Mario Addison, man. Mario Addison, and the reason why he showed me love, man. He showed me love on Facebook, man, and on Instagram, man, on his Twitter account. So much love to that. But not only just that, he is the most underrated defensive end in the league. He's very explosive. My man runs like he's a running back. He can really play, and I don't think he gets enough credit. He's probably one of the most consistent Carolina Panther there is. So Mario Addison, for that reason, is my favorite Carolina Panther player. Kono Hayati asks, how long have you liked the Carolina Panthers? And good question, man. He's the guy who won the Carolina Panthers mini iced out helmet. Your tracking numbers in your inbox, so congratulations. But he asked how long I liked the Carolina Panthers. I liked them since '98, man. We used to live in Camp Lejeune. We also used to live in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And my dad was in the military, and I really fell in love with those guys down there. Been a fan ever since. Now, listen, I used to live in D.C., Landover, Maryland, to be exact. So I always got love for my hometown. Never been a Redskins fan. Prior to actually becoming an official Carolina Panthers fan, I just love football, period. I watched it, didn't really root for nobody, but I really fell in love with them. And I officially signed my membership fee on Carolina Panthers 1998. Brett Pierce asks, what will be Rashard's golden role this year? It's a tough question. Now, I'm hearing a lot of reports coming out of OTAs and stuff like that the Carolina Panthers are thoroughly impressed. And, you know, hey, I'm optimistic. You know, hopefully he can be the starting safety next to Eric Reed, okay? That's the optimal goal. That's the primal goal that we would love to have him at. Now, will it happen that way? I don't know. You know, a lot of people are workout warriors or minicamp warriors. I'm not to say nothing bad, but hey, I'm optimistic. You know, if this translates to game time where he can go out there, he's doing what he's doing, fine. If not, more than likely, if he has a slow training camp or he has a slow, you know, preseason, I can see them possibly shifting him down to nickel because that's what he played in college, and maybe we'll sign somebody on the street. If we haven't signed nobody on the street already, I don't think it's gonna happen, y'all. I really don't, because now you're getting into the point in the off season where you're installing your playbook, trying to find out what works for what players and scheme and stuff like that. So if we sign somebody on the street, we would have done it by now. So, you know, hey, the only person I can see us sign at this moment is probably Gerald McCoy, which I'm expecting us to do. He would love to go back down to Tampa Bay and tear his old team's ass up. So Rashard Golden's role may be nickel. If he does well during the offseason, preseason, then he could be safety. Malachi Robinson asks, what do you think about the Carolina Panthers upcoming season? Well, good question. I honestly think we got a chance to go at least 11-5, with the floor probably being 8-8, maybe 7-9 again. That could be the floor. But honestly, man, I'm optimistic about this season. Like, I'm like right here. If I'm at 100%, if we got a 100% pie chart, probably about 65 to 70% believe that we can make another Super Bowl run this year. It's not super low, but it's not super high. 65 to 70% that's decent, right? That's a decent number. But honestly, I believe that, you know, with the offensive line and with the wide receivers, with Cam Newton being healthy, Christian McCaffrey, I think offensively we're gonna be all right this year. I think we're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna bust some motherfucking heads. You know, just to be honest with you. Now the defense, like I said, why y'all doing this to me? I'm like R. Kelly. Y'all trying to kill me. Defense, man. I'm just keeping it 100. I gotta keep it funky with you guys. Like I said, you know, hey, it's a lot to be said. We're bringing in a new a defensive scheme. Players coming in. You know what I mean? There has to be a maturation process. There's a learning curve, like I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Nobody does nothing perfect for the first time. Think about the first time you rode your bike. Nobody does it. Nobody got on the bike the first time and automatically popping wheelies doing backflips. All right. So with that being said, that's the reason why I'm about 60 to 70%. Luke Kuechly's gonna do his thing. Eric Reed, Bradbury, D-Jack, they're gonna do their thing. KK, Mario Addison, they're gonna do their thing. But there's a lot of holes and a lot of different new people on the field that got to really show up and step out. Can they? Will they? I don't know. It's just very optimistic. But I'm confident in our offense. Like, I'm like 90% confident in our offense. You know, and that's given the fact that we don't have any injuries. So, upcoming season, I'm very optimistic. That's the best way I can put it. I'm very optimistic. Last question. Jason Sander asks, what do you think about Shaq and the possibility of playing safety? Shaq Thompson playing safety. Well, I tell you this. I love Shaq. It's another one of my favorite players, man. Him playing safety, I don't think that'd be a good idea, man. You know, he's a great run stopper. And, you know, I see what you're saying, because a lot of our nickels and corners and safety have to come up and defend the run. But that's not the main issue over the last couple of years with the Carolina Panthers secondary. Over the last couple of years, the Carolina Panthers secondary has given up big plays in the past. So I don't want to put a guy who's really, he doesn't really excel at covering the pass at linebacker spot. So now I'm going to put him as the last resort. No, I can't see it happening. But I do understand what you're saying as far as him defending the run. Keep him at linebacker spot. He's another one of these players I think that's going to be due for a breakout role. A lot of people slept on Shaq Thompson because of Thomas Davis. We've been spoiled. And listen, all things come to an end, and there's nothing wrong with Thomas Davis. He's a GOAT. He's a GOAT too, but I think Shaq's going to be in for a breakout year when it comes to linebacker. Safety spot, I wouldn't recommend it, and I couldn't see them doing it. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Keep Pound _ TV. Get in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 5,000. If we can get to 5,000 subscribers before training camp, I'll give away 2 helmets, autographed custom helmets, to one of you guys. All right, so much love. Hey, get in the comment section. I want to see your response to my response. Did I get it right? Yes, no, maybe. Make sure you pay attention when I'm posting on YouTube. Sometimes I'll post a question or a comment. Make sure you respond, and I'll do a video on it, maybe, just maybe. And check this out right here, man. June 11th. Don't forget, June 11th. We're going live. We're going to do live debates. And like I said, if you're not a fan of the Carolina Panthers, you're going to need to email me before I grant you some access. We're going to be doing phone calls and all kind of stuff, man. We're taking it to the next level. Let's get up out of here, y'all. Let the church say, "Dab!"